not falter, nor does the dark. A phantom leaves no trace behind. The mind twists lies into a mark. The mask is silence, cruel and blind. The blade cuts swift, the shadow fades. The phantom walks where none remain. The mind deceives, the mask is worn, and death will whisper back our name. We are the five, unbroken whole. The hand that carves, the will that kills. No oath can bind what fate controls. No God can judge what shadow wills. The blade cuts swift, the shadow fades. The phantom walks where none remain. The mind deceives, the mask is worn, and death will whisper back our name. Five are the names we bear in blood. Five are the truths we carve in fate. Not man, not beast, not bound by love. We are the five cold hands of hate. The blade cuts swift, the shadow fades. The phantom walks where none remain. The mind deceives, the mask is worn, and death will whisper back our name. Five are the names we bear in blood. Five are the truths we carve in fate. Not man, not beast, not bound by love. We are the five cold hands of hate. The blade cuts swift, the shadow fades. The phantom walks where none remain. The mind deceives, the mask is worn, and death will whisper back our name. Steel does not falter, nor does the dark. A phantom leaves no trace behind. The mind twists lies into a mark. The mask is silence, cruel and blind. The blade cuts swift, the shadow fades. The phantom walks where none remain. The mind deceives, the mask is worn, and death will whisper back our name. From depths unseen, we rise tonight. In whispered winds, we claim the fight. Claws of silence, veils of black. The syndicate moves, no turning back. From depths unseen, we rise tonight. In whispered winds, we claim the fight. Claws of silence, veils of black. The syndicate moves, no turning back. Blades that shimmer, dreams undone. We're the night that blinds the sun. From Keishan storms to syndicate halls, the shadows answer when duty calls. Bound in blood, secrets untold. Through ancient paths, through lands of old. Our steps unseen, a fleeting trace. We rule the dark, the edge, the space.
And we're back. I'm back, guys.
Right.
You guys are just too excited. Talk about the books, www.isolaw.com. Go check it out. You can find the free music, get your character sheets, goodies, get your beanies, all that stuff.
You guys buy this trial, then you'll get these too, but I'm not wasting my time if we're all gonna die. Sorry.
Fair enough.
There's none of that shit. So. You survive, you get a hoodie.
I get it.
Let's see.
Get a mask
She
too?
survives, man. I really like this character.
You get a mask too?
All right, guys. Well, so where we left off last was you guys are training. Training in the classes with the trainers to pick up the skills required. You've got your way of one training, you've got class training.
You get up your here.
I know that some of you had some questions, quite a few questions. I think we got them all worked out, so hopefully we can just go straight into this. I don't know if that's something you guys are interested in.
Let's do it.
Go straight into dying.
What's the worst that could happen?
You don't seem to have a handle with her. There were some things that you needed to discuss. So yeah, you guys pretty much understand and know all of the Shadows Embrace.
As long as you stay away from skulls when you're done.
There is one exit. You guys have not gone down that. And it's on a lower level. And you guys have any questions for me? Anything like that?
Can we roll hit points?
Gotta roll hit points, yes.
Oh, yep.
Let's do that.
Cams.
You know the deal.
So
If you don't like it, you can roll again, but whatever you gotta keep whatever you roll.
I did not like it.
Ooh.
I rolled a 2, so I'm gonna re-roll it.
Okay.
That was stupid. You can't divide 1 by anything.
Alright.
You good?
7, I'm even. 0.
You good?
9.
Wait. You roll for Blade Dancer?
Uh-huh.
Your D10?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
I got a 7. Keep that shit.
So that's going to be a 5. Round up.
And I had 4.
4
4
plus 2.
plus your Constitution bonus plus 2, which is 16 above.
8.
Plus 2 then. You don't get that one in the brackets because you're not a. Well, you're a warrior, so you'll get it. Yeah. Actually, you'll get it. But you don't. What you get, Des?
I got a 3. So
Now, if you don't like it, don't argue, but you have to keep what you have to roll, what you roll.
Yeah. Was that your first try? Your first roll?
no, that was not. That was my second roll. I got 3 twice.
I got a 2, then a 1.
So how do we divide that by 2?
Right?
You always
You round up.
So 2 plus
So, yeah, you're having 2.
4, so plus 4. Okay, so 26. Oh, come on.
Just making sure we have clear sound.
Good thing. Good thing. Think your turn is on.
Yeah, it is working. We're good to go.
So they would have taught you guys disguise, all those assassin abilities that you guys get. They would have taught you all that as well. So it takes you 3 days to learn your basic class. Then after that, they spend a week with you guys teaching you the various other things, including disguise, all the stuff.
So it takes a while.
So it's a total of 10 days. The first 3 days are just specifically with the class. Grade 1 and stuff, and then it's on to the other things. You're taught about where all the equipment is, which is now added to the downstairs room you guys sleep, quote unquote. Beds have never been slept in. But in that room where the beds are lockers for loadouts of equipment. All the weapons, all the armor, all the thieves' tools, anything you can think of. Marbles, smoke bombs, everything, shurikens, daggers, throwing daggers, everything you could possibly think of. Everything that's in there is at least +3. There's a couple rare items that are +4. But everything in there is +3. Now the smoke bombs are not +3. They just explode in a cloud of smoke. You have access to the poison room and various kinds of poison. All the way from death poison to negative poison, stuff like that. So, that's what happens in that 10 days. Any questions?
Can I give it seconds or letters and time?
Yes.
Oh.
But, once again, your equipment will be given to you per mission. Now, if you had other things, that's kind of up to you, you know what I mean? But we'll see what happens. Did that
Yep.
answer?
Yep, you sure did. So currently, yeah.
So currently you have access to all those things, but while you're inside here, inside of the Shadow's Embrace, you have no need for this.
So we just have it without Wednesday. Like she has the 50 stars and 10.
Yeah, you keep those too, but it's the same. You have no need for that kind of stuff. I mean, if you want to carry it around, carry a bunch of stuff on you, you can. But we are going to be using. We'll get to it. You'll see. As an example, I'll just give you an example. If you're undercover, you're not going to be carrying a big two-handed sword, or you know what I mean. There's things that might not. It just depends on every situation what you're carrying. Any other questions?
I'm trying to remind myself.
Okay. At the end of the 10 days, you guys are taught all these things, and no matter what location you're in at the end of that 10 days, you guys wake up around
Solved it.
and there's a smell of death that's even stronger than before. Everywhere. Sticks to the walls. You guys will be in the central hub, smelling that, hearing the fire crackling in front of you. You look up, you can feel the intention of the beams that are located in that fire, also all around you and cascading up into the dome area. And Malik comes walking from the northern door, where the sky chains are, sky chain arena, and comes down into the room. Okay.
Whispering again.
It would seem that your training has almost come to its completion. As we sit in the dead that have not survived, we know that it's a possibility that some of you may die from this point on and not succeed. Know that the shadow will hold your embrace. When this task is completed, the crucible, the final one, you will become immortal. Your very essences and all that you are, placed into tattoos, placed upon your body, each of you. If one of you dies, that tattoo will return to one of the others that's closest. So on and so forth. Your souls, your spirits, your beings will continue on no matter what happens. However, there are rules to this. Bringing dishonor upon the syndicate is not accepted. Releasing information on each assassin in our organization, the Shadow Clan, is not acceptable. Your immortality is based on your loyalty to the syndicate. Though you sit here in this silent void and completing the quests that have come before you, your first true test is about to begin. You feel the air grow thick again, like before when Sean came in, but you don't see him, you just feel the air. Every breath that you guys take is like carrying the weight of what's getting ready to happen. The anticipation is just growing and growing. He says, before you step into the light, you must prepare. Your guise is everything. What sort of weapons you fit, what your attire entails, if your blades are hidden, if you have poisons upon you. These sort of things must be hidden where faith would never look. A misplaced piece, an ill-fitting choice, then you are perhaps nothing more than prey, not predator. You are the shadows, and that is what you must stay. He looks down the room where all the gear is, and he says to you, within that chamber are robes that you will place and don upon yourselves. These robes are of a holy nature. Robes for priests of the god Goldstar. He is a god of light, god of the sun. And his presence is deafening. And it's absorbing much of what needs not be absorbed. We will travel to a city named Zulu, which is close by. We will travel in a covered wagon. We will don these robes and whatever equipment you deem necessary to complete the task, which is to assassinate their priests. Hidden within this town, the city of Zulu, is a tavern. That tavern has been taken over by the goodness of Goldstar in this life. Being within the Danitarium, it is very difficult for them to be out in the open in some cities, Seoul being one of them. Therefore, their temple is hidden. A back wall of the tavern and a curtain placed there, when spread out and moved, will reveal a door, a hidden door into the thing or the temple of Goldstar. Within that temple resides a priest. His name is Halvin. He is a high priest of the god Goldstar. And he is calling priests to his aid to build the temple. When this is done, priests from all over Shield will start to travel and gather there. You will be answering the call. The 7 of you will infiltrate this tavern and infiltrate this temple and eliminate the high priest. There's a door in the back, and there's also windows that you may make your escape once it is done. I suggest that you go in there as priests of Goldstar, infiltrate the temple, eliminate your target, leave no one behind that sees what you do. It is of the utmost importance that your assassination of this target is completed. However, if you are discovered, do not allow them to know who you are. Escape by all means. If you are captured, of course you know that we will come and get you. You see him grin with an evil grin. But not in the fashion you think we'll come and get you. It would be better for you to chop your own head off than to leave us in trouble. But you're not Christians yet, and I hold no allegiance or loyalty to your souls or spirit until that takes place. Right now you are fodder and recruits. Though some of you have done well, this will truly test what metal you are made of. You see him turn, he starts to walk, and he says, follow after you equip yourselves. When he goes down that hallway, you guys have not been taken down. And then he says, talk amongst yourselves for what what you like. Unfortunately, there's not much that can be told. In the future, you will know more details because if you survive. But this will be a blind one. When you're done, meet me down this hallway. It goes down the hallway.
Something tells me I might stand out, even a robe in a robe in a temple of Gold Star.
I think the best person for information is going to be Alicia.
Alicia? Yeah, Alicia.
Was
She
a priest. Star.
will go down into that room where you guys go down and get the robes and everything. And she'll look at the robes and nod. She'll say, "These are real." She'll put one on with disgust in her eyes. Tell she doesn't want to, but she does. She will show you guys how it fits, how you're supposed to wear them, with the hoods pulled over, all that stuff.
I assume they don't fit over wings.
No, they do not. And you realize that, and your body starts to self-actualize. And you start to lose your wings, and your horns start to disappear.
There is no self, there is only the mission.
It just does it. You're not sure why your inner being did that, but it did. If there's what?
Anything small enough to fit me.
A robe pocket?
Now there's a robe that's small enough for you to wear. And there's a robe big enough for you to wear. You put it on.
How are you going to guys what you think?
So, your sickle is not going to hide under that. Your big cap is not going to hide under the cloak.
Which it's I was gonna say I'm gonna have to look for a different weapon. I still have 4 weapon slots for necromancer, just sitting there open, by the way.
Okay. You would not want to show any weapons, is what I'm telling you guys.
Yeah, he's gonna store the bow and the arrows and everything.
Small ones. You said that we have access to death poison, right?
You do? You do have
Maybe
access
she
to
would
that.
mention maybe we should collect some of those.
I would assume so.
Equipped on our weapons, but also we have the opportunity to slip it into a drink.
You know, if we find a weapon small enough and put poison on it, once we can identify the target, which again, to Alicia, never gonna get it.
The clothing that is present also is normal clothing. It's white robes that are under the other big robes. You won't be wearing any black or anything like that. You'll be in an actual Gold Star priest robes. So it's whatever can be hidden inside of the cloak or under the robes.
I'm a little terrified what's gonna happen to me.
When you put the robes on, they don't do anything. If you're not sure, they must not be like magical or sanctified or something.
Okay.
Well, that's good. I'm not sure that would feel very good.
Right.
I try to look for spots stuff on the stars. She's gonna strap her daddy to her legs and
Okay.
her other thighs.
Right. So to you, these things are Gold Star. They're big. They're 2 foot. They're this big, but they're 2 foot. They're bigger.
Any pockets on this?
Yeah, there'll be pockets on the robes, 2 on the outside, 1 on the inside. Pants, the outfit that you're wearing is long and flowing, but there are pockets on the front of it as well too, 1 on each leg.
Yeah, but if the rope was fully retracted, would his Kyogetsu fit under the robes and be pretty well concealed? Are they baggy enough?
I'm sorry, what was that question?
If his weapon, if the rope was all the way retracted and concealed, is it concealable, or is it like, are the robes baggy enough and flowing for that?
Yeah, you think you could conceal a comma here for sure. But are you going to strap it to your back? Are you going to put it under the robe? Are you going to put it under the cloak? I mean, in your hand? You know what I mean? Those kind of things are. You need to
Yeah, so he's saying if he kept it like on his belt, like towards his back, on his hip, so it's still accessible. Is it, under the robe?
Okay. Yeah, it could be under the robe. So you guys will all roll disguise proficiencies when you're doing this. Sorry, disguise learned skill would be this. Under assassin, this guy.
Yeah.
Nice.
So disguise is the dex check, right?
Yep.
You can see that. Over here. What is it? 11.
7. I'm good.
And then she'll turn and she'll look at everybody's outfits and say,
So, does anybody miss?
Nope.
So,
I'm sorry, what are we rolling for?
"Disguise."
Dex check.
For
disguise.
The syndicates gaze upon
You should also
my
put
dream.
poisons. He's gonna collect. If that poisons.
I want calculus.
So counters will have to go in a bag. You'll have to either put them under your robe or under the cloak.
Go into the robe.
Okay. Alright.
The poison. He's a good priest. First
You did what? I can't hear anything you're saying.
He's asking where we were putting all of that stuff, and I said she puts the poisons in her bra.
Don't have one of those.
Yeah, I don't know what to tell you.
I mean, I could just put one on for extra storage, I suppose. I'm not above it.
And then do poison on both stilettos. Yeah, poison on daggers.
Okay, so the poison skill, I believe you have to have that poison your daggers.
You do.
So that means that you have to make that roll when you're doing that.
Have the antidotes ready.
And if you don't, the poison infects you. So,
Have you fit it?
well, there's not an antidote to a death poison. So, you guys are gonna gamble.
No. I'll put sleeping poison something first.
Skull is gonna look for a different weapon to take with her.
Okay, whatever you want
Sure.
is there.
There's an antidote for sleeping one, right?
Yes, there's an antidote.
She's gonna look around and be fuck this up. This is the antidote. Somebody give it to me, please. Okay.
Of course.
First dagger. You critted
Okay.
again. That's why I chose this dice for the low rollers, because it's fucking notorious. It's 9.
Okay. Put 2 sleep poisons on your dagger.
Are there paralytics here?
Huh?
Are there paralytics?
Yeah.
She done and sharp.
You're gonna do the same?
Yeah.
What kind?
7 on the first one.
Okay. You're able to coat both daggers with sleep poison. You'll be able to coat both your daggers with sleep poison.
I know that this is probably a no. But there any rings that you can put poison in?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Could I set up the ring where I could try to just pour the poison
So
into
they
it?
have different types of poison. They have pill form poisons that won't affect you if you touch it, but it'll dissolve in a drink.
Maybe not, but probably
And they even have gas forms of those.
that. Yeah. Maybe that. 2 of them. I think everybody should have at least one of them. Yeah. We should all have poison with us.
You seen my hand?
Oh, God damn it.
Can I wear this bracelet?
So is there like you had a like shit. Never mind, I'm thinking.
Should look at Alicia's everybody's getting ready and say anything you should know. About this religion.
Yes, you should probably let me do the talking. Number one. If there is any talking.
Don't like my voice?
No, it's not that. That I can speak their tongue and I know their culture.
I joke.
You're lucky to have me with you
Huh, huh, huh.
for this sort of mission.
You guys.
Are there any
So
Anything?
there are
What?
relevant terms within the religion, but it's not necessary. But if we're priests coming and answering the call, the high priest summon people for the temple, then you don't want to have vows. You won't be looking for it. But you guys don't have to talk. You can just smile. Let me do the talking.
You need smoke
Smoke.
bombs.
8.
How many?
More than one is probably not going to be needed. Maybe a couple.
You're a bit of all out of pockets.
Okay. So you guys get all concealed gear to decide what you. I need to know what your weapons are.
Are the robes, do they like cover the hands at all? Are they like priestly robes like that, or
So there's a cloak that goes over the top that covers everything, including your head, if you have the hood pulled up. The robes on the underneath side would cover all the way to your wrist and down to your ankles.
She would. Can I use the disguise proficiency to kind of change the way that she looks?
The who looks.
I'm not sure.
Yeah, you
So
guys.
she's not recognizable.
You guys will want to do that. You want to do that. I assume that you tried that. I mean,
Yeah.
So when I say
I've
disguise,
already rolled for that. That's why I was.
there's makeup. There's all kinds of stuff. You guys can make yourselves look like whatever you want to,
Unrecognizable.
unrecognizable.
That's the goal.
Put
They have
your hair,
their contacts.
put your hair back. You can put on a wig. Yeah, they have contacts. They have
All the things.
all the things.
Change the eye color.
And actually, they don't have contacts. What they have is a wand that you can use that will change your eye color.
Be that.
He most definitely will, and his hair color.
Okay.
Yep. Hair color, eye color. She's gonna try to change the shape of her face. You know.
So
That's awesome. I was just fixing to say, aren't they gonna look at me and know that I'm?
They might if you're going to be under a cloak. So,
Okay.
but you could try to tone it down.
Yeah.
Of course, you could try to use your disguise. You could probably look like a kid. I mean, you could look like a child.
You could be a little bit taller, add 30 pounds.
Yeah,
Okay. Be unassuming if we have a kid with us.
Yeah.
you could make yourself taller or even shorter.
That's what I'm gonna do, is be a little bit shorter and a little bit
So
smaller.
it's half of your height. Added on.
No, no,
What is it?
no.
I can look it up.
Look it up. Figured one of you guys would already do that, but
I read it, but
Oh.
doesn't say.
Gonna look for a stats. A person with this skill can completely change your appearance so as to be unrecognizable, adding or taking away 30 pounds or 3 inches. Each slot gives a +1 on the check, 10 pounds and 1 inch. The gender can be changed as well if successful dexterity check is required. However, the character must have a disguise kit or the appropriate materials to see.
so we've got it ×4. You can go a foot either way.
See, with a disguise, I might have to have a bra. Thank you very much.
To should go 3 inches up.
Okay. So that makes it 3 foot something.
Yeah. No. 2'11".
3 foot 11.
2'11".
2 foot 11. Okay, so off 3 foot.
Yeah, she's 2'30".
So you could pass as a Hoffman, you could pass as probably a gnome. I don't know about a dwarf, maybe. Yeah, put a beard on and all that. Yeah, you got all the tools to do it. So you guys can make yourselves look like whatever you want to look like.
Do we need to go into detail about what that is?
Well, yeah, you know, like if you're changing sex, if you're gender, if you're, you know, depending on what you're doing, right?
Okay.
And, you know,
I'm gonna say female, but
if you're wearing wig, if your, you know, hair color's different.
change hair color. Blonde, like the blonde that's in the front here.
Okay.
Then pull it back.
You have to wear a wig to do that.
All right. Blonde. What about her ears?
So I was gonna say she needs to find a
So you
wig.
can tuck your ears in, you can tuck your ears,
Tuck the ears in,
get the hair over.
blonde wig, different colored eyes.
Yeah.
Do blue.
How do you hide a dark angel? Or sorry, a dark saint.
Well,
How do you what?
she has how you hide a dark saint. We could make you look like
Or
not dark saint.
or
Yeah.
you
You
could
could lean
use
into it.
me as I go with
Alicia?
Alicia, thank you. I go with Alicia. She knows Gold Star stuff, and I wish to find a way to go back toward the light.
You could lean into it in the fashion that, you know, you're a light angel.
So that
I
would
just don't
kind
know how to hide wings.
Alicia would say that kind of be against why we're coming. We're coming as priests that want to follow Gold Star and add to the temple. If you were already dark, that wouldn't work.
Put a red flag.
Hey, I could easily help you. We could easily help you appear to be an angel. You know, well, you are, but you know what I mean, like something brighter.
So I could just disguise myself as something as a
You
bright.
could look like you as an angelic being, and probably figure it out.
Then yeah, I would just okay. So that's
You could dye your wings.
So that's what I'm saying. Your wings themselves are going to be hard to disguise. The only other option would be to just accentuate them and keep you as an angelic being, which means we'd have to do some tailoring on this cloak. We'd have to cut some holes through your wings. If we could do that for, you know, you would sew it up.
guess we'll
You
have
all,
to
you all can do that with disguise to be able to do that. So
lean
yeah,
into angelness. Ugh.
I just want to grab a rope and try to.
What kind of rope?
Is there a silk rope?
Yeah. So you want to get a big one or?
Small enough to hide under the rope. Like attach it to her back.
So I would say no more than 20 foot, 25 foot. Um, Anything else?
Is there anything anybody else can think of?
Oh, just grab some poisons and concealed and
Anybody?
think about our exit when the time comes.
Well, we have to figure out what we're gonna do when we get there. We might be there for longer than we think. This might take time.
Well, absolutely, we may have to integrate, especially if there's anything going on at Temple that we don't know. We just have to follow Alicia's lead as far as what's going on. Not that I feel like praying, but
Right. Well,
The only thing that worries me is
so this is a hidden temple in Zool. I can tell you that the city of Zool is not under control of Queensland right now. I can tell you that much.
so that's be the other question: is how do we get into the temple? Because if walking through the city in full-on robes, I imagine probably isn't the best option.
Well, we're supposed to meet him. I don't know where he's going to drop us off at.
he said we'll be going in a covered wagon, and the temple is at the back of the house. Behind a curtain, there's a door.
Yeah.
I imagine we'll probably
have-
be dropped at the top.
Do we have all the gear we need?
Is there a
So
set of prayer beads or carrot that looks like prayer beads?
Yeah. Yeah.
Grab a set of those.
Okay.
Put them on.
All right. Yeah.
Does
there's-
everybody have poison?
Yep.
Alicia said that's a good idea. She'll grab some too.
Should we grab those?
The beach, prayer beach. She said that's a great idea. That are carrots. Yes. Everyone should have one of these. She says you should all wear these. These will definitely
She'll grab some.
go with the outfit.
Grabbed.
You can still. We're going to where? Zool?
That's what he said. It's in the Danitarium. We're going in a covered wagon. That means we're in the Danitarium.
Where is that?
So,
Like above ground?
Above the ground, my friend.
Yeah.
The sunshine and all of that, unfortunately.
We get to see sunlight.
I've never seen the sun before, you guys.
Or the moon.
Or the moon.
Don't start howling.
there's stars too.
Yeah, there's stars. All kinds of things.
We have a lantern festival. Memory.
It's much different than a lantern, but yeah. If you guys are ready, we got everything. Then I guess this is it. I wish everybody the best of luck. Alicia says, I wish we had more information. It could be more planning, but has there anything that's been said that we've missed? Is there anything? She'll look at Skull. She's like, is there anything you can think of that we may have said or that we're supposed to do? Or
Think back about it. Windows in the back to escape. Temple.
Just trying to figure out a smaller weapon to take.
And she'll look around at everybody and kind of inspect them and see if there's anything that she can see that's seen.
Grab a dagger or a needle. Like at this point, poison's poison.
They all look like what they're supposed to. Everybody looks like everybody. He's pretty tall, but there's no hiding that.
Right.
Dark hair, dark eyes. I can't do anything about the blue skin.
You can. There's makeup.
Oh, is there?
Yeah,
Okay.
you can make it whatever color you want to make it.
Like a
So
brown.
Brown.
names. Guys, names. What are our names? Do we know one another?
And Mike.
Micah?
Mike.
Definitely shouldn't use our real names.
Names was that like
Hope.
Hope?
And is there chopsticks?
Yes. Yeah. There's also hairpins.
Put a couple of his hairpins in the way.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And I don't know if those, like, because some of them can have like sheets on them, depending on.
Any hidden
don't
needle
know.
chopsticks?
Yeah, that's what I'm asking.
So yeah, there are hairpins that are made of metal, and there are also hairpins made of wood that are lacquered over that look like chopsticks. They come to a sharp point.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she was asking if like there's any like hidden needle chopsticks where you actually pull one end of the chopstick or the hairpin and like there's a needle hidden inside.
So yeah, absolutely. It takes you a while to find it, but yeah, you find it.
We need names.
Okay, she's gonna
We need
use
like where
that.
are we from? Where do we come from? We need to think about
Alicia says, I certainly hope that we don't have to talk.
hopefully we don't, but if we do, then we need
What if we take a vow of silence? A few of us.
Well, that was mentioned, but the problem with that is we're showing up to become priests of Gold Star. We've answered the call for the temple. He's not going to want, nor would anyone that was taking a vow of silence come serve the temple.
Well, I'm saying, what if only a couple of people, i.e.,
Yeah.
somebody that talks very, very fast for travel? Not everybody.
just
Everybody may
We can
be.
just say that she can't talk. It's a simple fix.
Sound like you called me a simple Fritz.
We'll just say that she can't talk.
I know.
So just in case we need names.
Simple Fritz.
Yeah, we might as well. If we try to make it to where one of us can't talk, we talk by accent, then that's an issue. Number one. Number two, why would we be showing up to serve the temple and not be able to talk or cast stuff? They want priests. I mean, you can't be a priest if you can't talk. So we need to all play the part, but you all need to just let me do the talking. We need to get in and out without talking. Because you guys aren't going to pass. The first time you do something that's odd or looks questionable, any of us, if they're a priest, if there are paladins there, they'll detect our evil. We don't want them to even try. We want them to automatically think we're supposed to be there.
Agreed. And I assume they're very hierarchical. So if you're the one doing the talking and kind of leading us there for us to become priests, because you're playing kind of our leadership in this role and are the one talking, then it shouldn't be an issue.
Agreed. Here's
Follow
just like,
suit.
I could stand
Agreed.
up front. I'd be happy to stand up front and talk as well if needed. I mean, I wouldn't have to even give them any information. I can talk them around in circles, I could change the subject. That's not an issue for me.
I think your bubbliness might go quite a long way with Gold Star.
I mean, I'd love to talk as well, but I don't think I might be the least welcome fellow in this particular endeavor. So I don't know if
So
charisma is necessarily the approach as much as knowledge.
We'll let Alicia do the talking, but if something happens and I need to use my skills, I can be right there.
I think each
Agreed.
mission will dictate each responsibility.
During the talking, what are your names?
Bubbliness, forefront.
You can call me Bubbles.
Yes.
You can call me Jeff.
Wait, Jif?
Jeff.
Jif? Jif, no.
All right. I'm Sheila. Sheila. That's Alicia. That's Alicia.
It took a second to say. I'm all serious. Such serious mode. I didn't even fucking catch it.
And what is? You could call me Amy. Some weird fucking names, you guys.
I found them.
What?
Nice.
What?
Nice.
No.
All right. Does everybody have everything they need?
I cannot hear you.
Does everybody have everything they need?
I believe so. Jeff's all set.
Get,
All
your,
right.
get your horns out of your ears.
Let's go.
I have horns, jackass.
Let's go meet him.
Because they're in your ears.
Or just speak to the camera.
After you guys get your concealed gear, get everything disguised and all that, you make your way down to the hallway where he's waiting. He leads you guys forward down the hallway farther and deeper. It's quite a ways, about quarter mile, maybe more. You're not sure. And you see two double wooden doors, and he walks up, and you see this purple colored magic glow for a second on the doors, and then he he doesn't hesitate. He just pushes them open, and it reveals a plain covered wagon, and it's waiting out in the stillness of the night. It's nighttime. You can hear crickets chirping, frogs chirping, and you're familiar with frogs, but you never heard crickets before. You don't know what the sound is. And he walks over to the wagon and walks outside. You guys exit. You exit into the night sky. It's a clear sky. There's stars everywhere above you. You can hear the crickets chirping and the frogs chirping. You look behind you and you see that you're at the base of a massive mountain. Huge mountain range. Out in front of you, there's a road that the covered wagon is on, and the covered wagon has 4 horses. Mallet goes that way and gets up into the driver's seat, and he says, "Get in. Do not speak. Do not move more than necessary. Get in the back."
Do it.
Fair enough.
You can smell evergreen trees, and across the road from you guys, it's just a forest, beautiful green forest, but it's nighttime, so. And you guys get in the wagon. All right, it creaks as you guys get in, and it settles, and the scent of aged wood comes to you when you make that big. When you start smelling the aged wood that's coming off of it, and the canvas itself has a smell to it that's around the wagon, and you're like, I mean, it's overbearing almost. You've never smelled anything like this before. It's so strange. But if that hits you, that smell hits you all at once. And the wagon's creaking as you guys all get in it. You get up in it and it goes down a little bit. And you can feel the horses move just a little bit.
700 pounds climbing into the back.
Then you guys will start to feel the wagon like shift and start to move, carrying you guys, to what you would guess. Does anybody have no direction or anything like that? Okay.
Nope.
No idea what direction you're headed in.
Out of all the shit that we took.
As you guys are leaving, you can see out the back.
Yes.
Here in a second. Hold on. Wait, very quick.
There we go. It was me getting in the wagon.
That was you getting in the wagon.
There she
Okay.
is. There she is.
The back of the wagon go like this.
So the distant peaks of the mountains can be seen at the back of the wagon. You also see the road. To the right, there are these huge evergreen trees. To the left is the mountainous range that you came out of. And at the foot of it, there's also trees that you guys had to kind of walk through to get to this wagon. The sky's vast. You've never seen anything like this before. You might even be sticking your head out going, what in the world? You're so enamored by whatever this is. It looks like the biggest lantern festival you've ever seen. Like you look and it goes across the sky, you're like, wow.
Hold on to her so she doesn't fall out.
Go back.
Okay.
Gotta control myself.
You could see the distant peaks of the mountains over to your left as you guys start departing, with the sky and the stars glowing. You do see, as he started to pull you back to the direction that you're looking down the road, real low on the horizon, right above the trees, you see something glowing. It's massive and it's white in color, semicircular, and you don't know what it is. You guys would see the moon coming up over the horizon.
I'm sorry. Mouth open, I'm staring.
So you guys are headed that way. It feels like you guys begin to vibrate a little bit because of the bouncing. Like you all feel kind of like funny because the bouncing of the wagon and the road, and you go for quite a while. You could talk, mention any last details or anything like that you want to discuss. You can discuss here if you want as you're headed that way.
It's not hot. We could even send a get silent time, or they too soon silent time.
Good. No? Okay.
Everybody's
So
scared.
everybody's
Yeah.
quiet. Nobody says anything. It's all good. You guys travel for what seems to be to you guys a couple hours. And you, way before you get there, start smelling things you've never smelled before.
Okay.
A city.
Yeah.
And every possible smell that could be involved with it. And the wagon comes to a stop. It slows down, comes to a stop, and you can hear some talking up ahead in common. And
I took Dan as a language.
all right, well, you hear that. You hear that spoken as well. I was getting ready to say there's several tongues being spoken. You're not sure. There's a couple tongues that you don't speak that are being spoken, often distant. Two males that seem to be kind of yelling at each other about something. Up front, though, you do hear pass, and then you hear some horses move forward, and then you feel the wagon shift a little bit.
You go right.
Then in Dan, you hear, "What's your business?" Hear a reply back in Dan saying, "Fruits, vegetables." It's like for the inner market. And he's like, very well, one moment. You hear some rummaging, some looking. Everything moves. You may pass. Comes up to you guys, and you hear Malik right before they say that.
Don't move. Don't
He
breathe.
comes up, and then Dan, he says, "Where you headed?" Indiana City, good fellow. It's like, you worship that foreign god? It's like, yes, I do. I don't know why they're letting you in our city. You mean nothing but kindness, good sir. Yeah, well, the kindness that your kind brings usually is involved with blood, fire, and various other things. Yes, I understand the war efforts are difficult, especially for your people. That is why we are here, to help heal the people from any harm. What are you carrying? We are priests that have come from the south to come here to help with the people. Answering the call. One moment. You get standing there, the back opens up and you see a couple guards, pole arms, and they're looking at you guys.
All just praying.
Smile.
Everybody just kind of does their thing. He looks you guys over for a second, doesn't see anything off, and then closes it back up. And he goes, "All right, pass." You guys feel the wagon start to move, and you enter into the city. You guys are right when you get to the inside. You turn to the left, and there's a big bump. Boom, 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 and you keep going a little ways, and then pretty soon you start to smell a strong smell of alcohol. It's in the air everywhere. And off in the distance, you guys can hear what sounds like music. Chanting. Just go a little ways farther and get closer to the area of this is your trial. There is no second chance. Your target is inside there, hidden in the back room. I will meet you, he says. And he nods. Everybody gets out.
Yep.
Shit. She is focusing on keeping a slow pace with her bells.
As you can see on the map, you guys come up to the front door. Looks like a normal tavern. It's written in Dandan, but those that speak it will see that the sign says the red carpet.
Okay.
It says the dead pub.
The red carpet.
Oh, I thought it said the dead pub. I was like, well,
Well, that very explains.
Well, we're starting off with big time. So yeah, the red carpet.
What about the Drake?
What? So he comes to the door, and Alicia's going to be up front with.
I'm sorry.
I got that. I don't think nobody else did.
So where's everybody else going to stand?
Behind Alicia. Mel, yeah, you're gonna take a position very behind Alicia. If you kind of call him up behind her.
I'm gonna go with Bubbles.
You're going to go with Bubbles, okay. Notice you got a new token. Kind of.
Or it's a terrible column. Good job, guys. Good job so far.
Yeah, something like that.
So are you dressed as a kid or as a hawk?
Yeah, you didn't say. Which is it?
Yeah,
Offland?
kind of got away from that.
A hawkland?
Yeah. I have not read that race in the book.
No? You should.
Yeah.
Should check out. You read Quicksilver's, but you haven't read Hoffman. Really?
I'm not looking around. Still thinking it's staying there.
Yeah.
Is it under the thing?
No. No, it's on its own.
Okay.
So when you walk up to the door, I'll just give you a basic overview of what this place looks like. As you can see, the structure itself wraps around. Where that blackness is another portion of the building, made of the same material as the portion that's in front of you. It's made of stone. You've got stone walls, stone floors. Wooden window frames with curtains in them.
Can she memorize what it smells like?
No.
No, he doesn't smell.
Yes, you can memorize. You can smell what it smells like. Or you can memorize it. No, you may not always know it.
But right now, I want to put this in case we do find him after the bag.
It's leather. Which is odd. He has no distinct smell. Good.
Yeah.
What's that, dude? I'm waiting on you. Open the door. Oh, you open the door. So anyway, right there. You gotta walk. Following everybody else.
Follow him with shit on you.
All right, you guys step into the front door. They're double doors. You open the both and step in. She smiles real big and looks to her left and at the bar. You guys see various patrons in here sitting in various spots all around you. To the left there are 3 individuals dressed in armor with cloaks on. Up at the bar, there's a lot of different cloaks in here that you see. Most of it seems to be covered in heavy armor, though. The bartender also seems to be a warrior type. He's not dressed in plate mail or anything like that. He's just in normal clothing, but he has a sword on his hip. Off in the corner to your right, where you were told there was a curtain, you see one covering a door over there. And there is a man dressed in armor with the symbol of sun on the front of it, standing right in front of it. She smiles and looks over and says, "Good day," or says something to them. If you don't speak lawful good, you don't understand what she says.
It's
Anybody?
a chaotic because she's chaotic.
She says something and they say it back to her and they smile. Turn away from you guys for the most part. She starts walking this way. Walks straight to this door, and the paladin smiles and looks at her and says, "Good morning," or "Good evening." "Good evening," and she says, "Good evening to you." And you see Era smile at him and just kind of get bashful looking, and she's like, blinks her eyes. He pretty much goes away from Alicia and looks right at her. At that point, Alicia says, "Can open the door for us?" He says, "Oh, I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry." He grabs the curtain and opens it and looks nervous and opens the door. And Iris just continues to play shy and smile at him. And he just follows her, just eyes locked on her. You guys go in.
Yes. Yes.
Alicia, when that happens, she holds the door when she first steps in, and then she looks at him with sighs and shuts the door on him. Usually, like oh shit! Like you can tell he was embarrassed, caught off guard. The door shuts pretty good, makes a decent bang because of the area that you're in, and you see what looks like a temple. On the outside, you can see 4 windows that have stained glass. There's pillars in the room. Over here, you see table settings, like booths set up with table settings. Over here, there's a podium, and you see a priest standing behind the podium or a cleric. He seems to be mid-30s. And he smiles at you guys, and she starts talking. "Hey, priest, we have heard the calling and we have come." And she gets down on her knees. And he goes, "Oh, my child, please raise up. You are amongst the first. Come, introduce yourselves." And she says, "Very well." And she starts heading that way. You guys go all the way? Yeah. All right.
Yep.
You guys make it all the way up to this priest, this cleric, at the podium. And she stops at about 12 feet away from the priest, or the cleric, and then she goes to me again. He's like, please, as I said, please, do not be subservient. Stand. Introduce yourselves." And she starts talking. She'll pull her hood back, and she starts talking about you guys coming from the south and how you heard the call and have come to join the temple. When she's doing this, she kind of smiles and just kind of scratches her back a little bit, and then she looks at you guys like, yeah. So you look over here and you see these windows over here. There's 2 up the front too. So there's 4 of them total. Here. And roll an observation.
I was going to say, he'd be observing as we were walking up as well.
This is on Cikala's character. It's going to be half, and it's going to be as you're looking at the window to the left. Okay.
No.
Is there anybody in those booths?
Nobody.
Do they look like it's open?
Observation on
I'm sorry, why can only Cikala roll for observation?
Nope.
it? Did nobody else? Did somebody else say they wanted to roll?
Yeah, so as I was walking up doing like observation and like you said, the windows and everything that we were kind of given in the report.
You have to choose a spot, okay? Like, what do you look at to try to observe?
I'm observing the priest. That's
Okay.
what
You're
I'm doing.
You're observing the priest. You're observing the window.
Serafina was looking for you're looking at your room.
Yeah, no, him. Are you? So which? What are you observing, Gallius?
Yeah, that's what I'm asking. If like windows are just easily seen, or like what?
Yeah. So which window? you guys first came in, you could have looked over here.
Yeah.
Can you see that?
Yeah.
Okay. You could have looked over there as you're coming in.
That's what I mean. He would have observed that window, and then as we got and done another observation in the middle, and then went up, to the window again when we got there, the opposite side to see if there's.
So I think what happened is we moved so quickly to there that I'll allow you to do that. You can look at these two windows, roll an observation half of both of them.
Didn't help that I accidentally hit my mic when I was trying to talk as well. Hey, that one.
Nice.
It looks like to you. Go ahead and do the other one too.
Yep. I think. Hang on.
It
Yeah.
looks like to you that those are illusionary.
So they're illusionary. Okay.
Because when you look at it, you see some dust kind of move through it from the light. And
So for perceiving illusion, does that?
Ooh,
Let's go.
you took that too? Oh, look at you.
I did.
some illusions can be disbelieved,
Uh-huh.
some can't.
That's what I mean. As far as perceive illusion, is just detecting that for sure that an illusion's there, right?
Correct.
All right.
You can't see through it yet. It still looks like a window to you, whatever it is.
Yeah.
Um,
Well, yeah. I mean, I'll roll for that too. On top of it, I guess, just to for him to know what for sure if they're illusion.
okay, so you're talking about the ones up front?
Yeah. Yeah, the one. Yeah, the one that caught his eye to say what
That can do that. Whoever wants to use observation, you can do that. So you go ahead and roll on the cleric.
Shit was her. She said that there was a back door to escape out of.
You don't see one. Hey, what was your roll?
That was 19. That was 19. Sorry, that was for the.
No, I meant Des. Des was
Oh,
the
Oh, mine was 11.
Okay. He seems very relaxed and like not threatened at all.
Okay. Is this our target?
He seems to have pretty nice robes and maybe something that marks him as a leader. You've seen no other priests since you came in here, no other clerics. And other than the windows, it seems to be a dead end.
What?
She's looking for the escape route observation on the back of the window.
Okay, go ahead. And what was your observation? You said with a 19, right? Even though you know that you had seen the other ones, so I'm not going to make you roll it at half. But my 19 miss, or does that make it?
Yeah, I was missed on that. That's why, as I said, I was going to do 3 as I went up, and then I was going to do the perceive illusion on that window that's closest to us to see it to know that it is actually an illusion and not just kind of a trick of the eye. Well, I mean, obviously, an illusion would be a trick of the eye, but you know what I mean.
When you get up to these front ones, it looks real to you. You think those back two are illusions, though.
Okay.
In the middle one you roll, what did you roll for that?
I was just observing the tables and stuff along the way. Just a table, whichever, no matter.
Okay, all right. It looks. Go ahead and roll. Just a normal observation.
Yep.
They look completely spotless. It looks like it's either this is some type of place where you eat, but when you look at the silverware, you look at the plates and everything, you realize a lot of it is made of gold and worth a lot of money. It wouldn't just be sitting out. You have the feeling like he's getting ready to meet people or something. And you might take that means that this is for you as priest coming. You're not sure.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay, and then you roll with what?
A 4.
Yeah.
The back
One at a time. Which one?
one on the left.
Okay, you roll a 4 and 1 on the left. It looks like an illusion to you. When you look at it, it doesn't look right.
I was saying Gallius would telepathy, that to the group that at least the rear window did look like an illusion.
Right.
You made the other one?
Not half.
You
I
don't
just
see
thought I
it.
didn't have to.
You don't see it. Oh, actually, you can see the other one, so you won't have to roll out. Make it, yeah. It looks like an illusion as well. You're not sure what's there. It might be a door. You don't know. You did say there was a door.
So like I said, instead of observation, if I roll perceive illusion, do you then see through the illusion, or you just know that there's an illusion there?
So you know there's an illusion there. Now you can attempt to disbelieve the illusion if you'd like to.
You don't have to have stuff with
You don't have to have a special proficiency to try to disbelieve an illusion.
So
All right.
Okay.
So you'll need to make a saving throw versus magic, saving roll versus magic. If you want to try to disbelieve that it's an illusion.
Gotcha. So yeah.
No, you don't do it.
That's
It's still there. Maybe you're wrong. Might be wrong. It might just be a catch of the light.
I beat to save my mind.
Yeah, actually, you did telepathy them, so you said it's an illusion. But you're not sure if you see the same illusion. What did you roll?
That's a disbelief.
Right, did you make it?
Yeah.
All right, it disappears. You see nothing but brick. There is no window.
All right.
It's bricked over.
That's telepathy there too. There is no self. There is no window.
So at that point, she stops talking to him, smiles, and like kind of looks at the rest of them. Like, are we gonna do this? Like, there's a look on her face, like I'm running out of things to see, to say.
He just said he'll telepathy. We'll have to make it to the door because I'm pretty sure all of these windows are not real.
Can Scold telepathy bubbles? I love that name. I honestly,
You got telepathy?
I do because of my stone. My necro stone has innate. I can answer. Yes, innate telepathy with my stone. Yay!
I forgot she could answer.
Did you give everybody one of those?
No. So the people that are casters will have one. Right? So where is
I'll
your-
acknowledge Gallius, by the way.
So is she just like
Right.
Yeah, she starts to talk back and forth with him after he says that. Correct? Des?
What?
So you telepathy back to him?
Oh yeah, I just telepathy back to him, like noted and thank you.
Okay.
Since he telepathy to everybody. The who's been doing the main talking to the cleric?
It's been Alicia. And at this point, she's even kind of like right here. You know,
So we had the name. So I mean, I guess just telepathy to. I thought we did. The high. It was a high priest. I didn't write it down, but I thought it was high priest
Calvin.
Halvin.
Halvin. So she's gonna telepathy to Alicia. I can never remember that. To Al. That is this the target high priest Halvin? And if it is, just like brush off like dust on your shoulder.
She smiles. You see her reach into her pocket, and he looks at her hand when she does that. She telepathies back to you through her stone. She says, "Yes, this is him. You should strike." She says to everybody, "You should
Okay.
strike."
So what's
I'm gonna.
So it's just a normal podium. There's nothing on, no book or anything like that. So let's roll. Let's roll initiative with your characters. No, you can do that. I'll let you do that.
Does it take action to do that? Or in combat?
Yeah.
Made it.
Micah was going to ask for finger blessings.
All right.
Lord. In Walker Wood.
All right.
It's 7.
You can stay there.
No, you'll walk up to the podium.
Okay. You're gonna walk up here to it. He smiles and kind of turns. So you used
16 under 20.
weakly.
Bless you.
He's pretty weak. He's pretty weak all over. He's not wearing any armor. So there's nothing to look through. There's no way to. He's not wearing armor.
We just switched.
Yeah. Seems to be.
I am Micah. I am Micah.
Thank you for coming. You're a big guy. He reaches his hand up to take the beads.
I get the 7.
And then it's initiative.
You better believe it is. I can't see.
Just your acid. Fix it all.
Put your hand back again and I'll tell you. This is an 8.
What?
It's an 8.
8?
Oh, is that what happened?
Yes.
Good.
I got a 10 on the roll.
Nice. 13 total.
All right, we're probably gonna have to take a break. Our screen is all messed up for some reason. Screen's pretty tough. So yeah, you guys good with that?
Yeah, whatever. If we gotta fix it, whatnot.
Yep.
I can be right back.
does not falter, nor does the dark. A phantom leaves no trace behind. The mind twists lies into a mark. The mask is silence, cruel and blind. The blade cuts swift, the shadow fades. The phantom walks where none remain. The mind deceives, the mask is worn, and death will whisper back our name.
All right, we're back. Technical difficulty. Goodness. Bummer, but we'll get back on it. Sorry, guys. Where were we?
We were rolling initiative.
All right. What are your initiatives? Who's got the highest?
Gallus and
Gallus
Ron
What did you guys get?
13.
Yep, yep.
12.
You have 12?
Roll a 10 to break. No adjustments.
Who else got 12?
But you got a 12 or a 10, Des?
Yeah.
I got a 12.
Got a 3 in the break.
Okay, what'd you get, Gallius, on the break?
I had a 13. Why am I breaking?
You and me had the same.
Oh, you had 13. I thought you were breaking with her.
I'm breaking with you.
Funny how that always works. Never can just have my own initiative, you guys.
9.
4.
Still beat me.
All right, Gallius, you're gonna go first.
About Alicia and yours.
What was the last thing we said? That we were just going for it?
2 and 4. So 7 and 5. 7 for Alicia. 5 for Eric. Yours.
Shannon.
6. All right, Gallius. What do you do?
How close am I?
15 feet.
All right. I mean, guess I could just step a foot forward and choke a bitch.
13 feet. You gonna come here?
I say just about. I mean, I have to be within 14 feet to choke him. So
Okay. You- You're using a choke way of the one skill.
yeah.
Okay. All right. Roll to hit.
Shit.
18. Natural
You're gonna
18.
You're gonna get a +4 from surprise.
Okay. So 22.
You miss.
Dang.
Since he's surprised, can we assassinate?
6 and 8.
If he's surprised, you can assassinate. That's correct. So your first strike misses. You only get 1.
No, I mean I get. Well, yeah. Oh, that's true. I guess I get more chances, don't I?
Don't forget to use your wink link skill.
Oh yeah. Look at you.
The what scum?
Weak link.
That is
Oh,
what
that's
they.
right. That's right. That's right. We all
Plus
took
4
that
to
one.
hit.
What's the roll for Wink Link? God, I just had it too.
Wisdom.
Wisdom. All right. Well, I guess I'll do that. Whatever. Rolled under Wisdom.
He looks pretty weak. He's not wearing armor. You don't really see any vulnerable spot. It's just a robe, no armor.
So with Weak Link, that's it was a +4, right?
I said the same thing to
Yeah.
her.
If you make it, you get a +4.
I
So
didn't.
read the skill again.
All right. Well, let me.
Got
Yeah, if you could read it, I'd have to go back to it.
The character with the skill can find weak links in opponent's armor, giving them a bonus to hit.
So
Maximum.
if there's no armor, there's no bonus. I had told her that too, but she forgot when she said that.
I didn't hear you say there was no bonus. I just heard you say that
There's no armor.
no armor.
There's no
I was
weak
like,
link.
oh,
He's
so
not wearing armor.
He's
So
squishy everywhere.
yeah, but that missed. So something's up. So Gallius,
Mm-hmm.
I know that she snookered you into doing that, but is what it is.
Mm-hmm.
Snicker. I thought it was gonna happen.
Anybody that has a 10 or higher on initiative is going to get surprised because it's happening at the same time. But since the first strike missed, that breaks surprise. So if you're a 9 or under, you get no chance for assassination.
So no, it's still Gallius.
Yeah, still Gallius.
Trying to assassinate
And- And also, remember I told you, I did explain this to you that on assassination, your first strike gets the chance for it, but after that, you won't. Unless you have surprise. But that breaks surprise as soon as somebody.
Might have not seen Serafina. She's so little, she's behind all of us.
That's true. She might blend in.
True. For the hairpins that I got, I didn't get a like what the damage was or the hit on those ones are.
It'd be 1 to 4 damage. Huh? Yeah. All right, Gallius. Use 1 attack, 1 action.
Mm-hmm. Well. Oh shit. Guess we'll just hold for a second because big guy's in the way on this side. So
All right. Well, you have movement, but
yeah, I mean,
all right. So you're gonna let him attack. So
Mhm.
your first attack, what do you do?
Try to get that Garrett around his neck.
Okay, so you're just gonna try to Garrett around his neck.
Sure.
All right.
That's it.
Now, go ahead.
19.
That will miss. Now, so if you don't try to assassinate on your first attack, you don't get to assassinate.
Thought that's what that
You
was.
both have done that.
You have to say I try to
You have to
assassinate.
say, "I try to assassinate them."
Okay.
Um,
I can't assassinate.
No.
so you have
Noted.
You do?
Okay.
That missed. I don't know what other did they go. Well, 19 plus 7, so that's 26. I keep forgetting my pluses. Try to
You
get
said
Greg.
19 plus 7 is 26, right?
Yeah.
That's what you said.
By
you
the
did?
way, were your guys' stuff poisoned?
The natural 19, and I hit plus 7. So
Yeah, I don't know if they poison their stuff. I poison mine.
not my necklace, no.
$26, you said?
Yeah.
No. You miss.
I figured.
Barely. You miss. All right. So that will be down to a 12. Gallius, you still have an attack and still have an action.
Well,
You still have 2 actions. So 12 is who?
cool.
Go.
Oh, you said scald? I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I thought you said something completely different, so I was like, do. Okay. Well, since I think I'm the last one, I'm gonna go behind him.
Okay. Over here.
Pull out my handy dandy
You're what?
hairpin.
Okay. And what are you going to do?
I'm going to try to assassinate.
Okay. So. You are, what are your combined levels?
The combined. Oh,
4?
Okay.
Right?
yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Level
All right.
4.
So you got to roll it to hit first. You're gonna have +4 to hit because he's surprised on this first
Okay.
strike.
So I don't know what the to hit would be for the hairpin.
So it's whatever your strength to hit is, and then if it's a weapon of proficiency, whatever you have on that. If
Okay,
it's not
well-
just to hit with strength, but then you also will get +4, and then whatever the magic is on it, which all those weapons were +3. All those items were +3. So +3 plus whatever your strength is,
The to hit is 3.
so 6, and then
6. So +4 is 10. Correct?
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
I've got
Thanks, Cam.
So what is it that I need to roll?
a 20
D20 to
sided.
hit,
Okay.
Nat 20.
pretty much.
Well,
You can do it.
You don't need. Correct.
What is
Did-
it?
Can't get.
Can you see it?
No.
Did you
It's
switch?
14. It's not. It's. I did, but it's a 14. It's not a 20. So sorry, I
So-
failed.
24?
Plus 10. Yes.
No, 24. That'll miss. So your first strike misses.
I can try again to get.
You can't assassinate, but you can try to stab him with the poison. So there's going to only be a +6 to hit now. No longer
Okay.
surprised.
I'm gonna try again.
Okay.
Let me see.
Damn. Damn. 3 misses.
You might all die.
Be a 19.
Shit.
That
That's
misses.
9.
That misses. All right, who's next?
Serafina on a 9.
All right, so she does not get surprised. He is not surprised at this point. What do you do?
She's going to zoom around behind him.
Okay.
Does he know she's there since she's so tiny? She
It
was
doesn't matter if
behind
you know
us?
she's there. I mean, she could try to. Yeah, that's on her. So she's gonna zoom from
She's
here,
going to blur behind him.
here.
Yeah.
So from what direction? This way, right?
Yeah. She's trying to go unseen.
So you're trying to move in shadows.
Yeah.
Okay. There's only shadows in the room right now are up against the people, so you have to go next to them around their feet. You could try to drop down and hide and go this way under all of them like that. Try to sneak this way, but it'll be between here and here without seeing. So go ahead and move silently, hide in shadows around that corner.
Shadows inside.
Shadows and silent, yeah. And if you make those, you're where you're at now, not seen or heard.
Shadows first. Made it with a
Okay.
20. Can you see it? Fucking 20.
All right.
So I did the shadows. Now the silent. Miss.
You make some noise, but you get behind him.
Assassin and then with the stiletto.
He can't assassinate. It's not surprised.
I was just gonna say, just in case you'd let me.
When you come around the corner, you realize that he's not surprised, and he, like, what is that blur? He doesn't really know, you know what I mean? But he's not flat-footed. I'll put it to you that.
She wants to use the jack skill.
So there's 2 or more surrounding him currently, which means you can have a +1 to hit.
Can I use the jack skill?
Yeah, I think so. What is it? That one that gives you bonuses?
Yeah.
Okay. Yes.
So that gives her an extra +4.
Make your check.
Constitution roll. Made it.
Okay.
So that gave her an extra +4, so that gives her 14.
14 to
Wait,
hit.
13, because it's a stiletto.
It's +3
Yeah. The stiletto you said was +4.
or +4. So.
Yeah. But with her proficiencies, strength and her strength, bring it to 9. The reason the stars is more is with her dex bonus is
That's
sure. So it would be a +13 to hit.
Rolling at 20.
9 and 13. 22.
9 and 13.
Yeah.
Oh. 22 will miss.
Second. Six and 13.
I messed up, guys.
Messed up.
Reading this.
What'd you do?
I had a learned skill that I could have definitely hit him with if I had actually used it.
It's okay. It happens.
It's all right. I forgot my gloves.
With melee weapons with a dex of 20. So this reads a little weird to me. It says mash rate 3 every 2 rounds. And then dex 2 per round.
Mhm.
So
So instead of 2 and 1, you get 2 and you get 2 too.
yeah, okay. Instead of 2 and then 1.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. That's it. She's done.
Next it goes down to a 7,
She missed.
which is Nally and Alicia. Alicia goes first. 6 and 7.
She throws a throwing dagger at him. Can't surprise or assassinate, but
Poison.
that'll miss. What? And her next one misses. She misses. Who's next? Throws 2 throwing daggers at him.
Militia is. She's gonna go up. Yep, up right there. Right.
You got a +2 to hit. You can't. She's not surprised, so you have +2 to hit because there are 4 of you surrounding.
+2, you said?
Yeah.
And I can leave the house because I took a learned skill that gives me an extra. 23.
Miss.
Try again. Ooh. Ooh.
Where is it? Put your hand up.
It's gonna be a 29.
That will hit.
And it's got sleep poison on it.
Okay. Okay. Roll damage.
Did you make it?
You don't know yet.
Oh. That four-sider's weird and the number's on the bottom. Sorry. It's 4. You wanna come look at it?
No. I got you. 4
19.
Huh?
19 damage.
Goodness. Okay. Is that the end of your text?
No, I have one more.
Okay.
Right, that was 2, right?
Yeah. You hit
And-
him in
And he got poisoned.
18.
that misses.
It was.
Who's next?
So he
That's
doesn't
on
fall
what
asleep.
initiative? What initiative? Okay, who's next?
Eurus on a 5.
Okay, so on a 6, he starts to crumple down to the ground, and he looks dizzy and sick and shocked at you guys. Like you see him hold up his hand. He's like, "Don't do this! Don't do this!" He falls asleep on that segment. Eris will come over.
Then initiative.
Um,
Asleep.
no, because I'm going in you guys. Yeah. She cuts his throat,
That's what I was gonna do.
I'm gonna break his neck.
and he starts to bleed out there.
She'll back up as to not get any fucking blood.
All right,
Wipe her dagger off.
okay.
She's
What do you guys do?
She'll teleport the party. We need to get the fuck out of here now. She'll
Agreed.
go out, dark
Seems
stone.
like the only way is through the front door. So
She'll suck his soul into her dark stone.
Nice.
Go to the south window and feel around. Is there a window there, or is there a door there?
Right here.
Yeah.
When your hands touch it, the illusion disappears, and you see a brick wall.
I told you there was a wall there, guy.
Is there?
This door opens and a paladin looks in. There was a lot of noise, you guys. Happened real quick. You guys didn't try to. Yeah.
Does he look in or does he?
You didn't try to swing silently. You didn't try. There's so many things you missed and didn't try to do. But anyway, he opens the door and he looks at you guys, and then he's like, his eyes get big. He's like, "Alert! Alert!"
He wasn't very charmed, was he?
Bubbles isn't very good
Go
at
make
her
it
job.
open the door.
Yeah, he went from charmed to not charmed like that. That's cool.
No,
What a non-schmoozer.
Initial reaction adjustment, man.
Huh?
Initial reaction adjustment. It's really not.
I'm just making fun of your
Can
character,
he
man.
can he see the body that far? And he's dead behind the podium.
What's that?
I said, with the guy dead behind the podium, could he actually see that far from the doorway?
or could they try to play it off?
That's what. Yeah.
It looks suspicious as fuck with you guys bending down and all of you around where the priest is, and the pile of blood that's coming out from behind the podium for where she cut his throat. It's obvious.
All right, well, I guess I'll cast Control Light and put darkness over us.
Do we need to re-roll initiative, or we keep them
So
the same?
as soon as he does that, I'll let you guys go ahead and take a quick action. Anybody that wants to take an action or start casting or anything like that, I'll let you do that. But this will still go to an initiative situation.
Window my hands.
I'm gonna try to hit the shadows so I can
So
set up for a back.
the darkness, how quickly can you cast that?
Instantly?
Okay, then I'll let you put that up before the initiative gets rolled. How big a darkness is it?
20-foot radius. I may at least put it on.
So it covers the door. Is it it's a radius, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Where are you going to cast it? On what location? Because you have a range with it as well.
I mean, range is only 30 feet, so I was just trying to give us the cover if they came charging in, so we could, you know.
So you want it right on top of everybody.
Yeah.
So you could like cast it in the air, kind of thing. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. I mean, yes.
All right. So something like that. You guys are all in darkness now.
Set up for a backstab if we're in darkness.
Okay.
If someone,
Down.
What we're initiative, right?
You said we could do one action though.
Yeah. Okay.
How solid is this wall?
Where'd you go?
He's
Who,
over by the
me?
wall.
Oh yeah, you're over there. How solid is it?
Huh?
It's made of stone.
Not all stone walls are solid.
Yeah, it seems pretty solid. It's pretty seriously made. You know, it seems to not. It looks like it's made to not break through. Like that doesn't mean it's not breakable. But
so for there's a spell, fear, and it says there's 0 range on it.
yeah, it comes out. It comes off of you. What's
Okay.
the area effect?
40 feet plus 1 foot per level radius.
That comes off you and goes out 40 feet plus 1 foot per level.
Okay.
It affects anybody in that area of effect.
Okay.
So where are we at in initiative?
What do I need to do?
Do we need to re-roll, or are we going back to the top of what we are?
We need to re-roll.
Okay, so we all need to roll.
So these paladins in the front right here have a 6. And you do notice they are paladins.
We're in so much trouble.
11.
8.
7.
Lycia's a 6.
4 plus 3.
Bubbles is a 7.
Hmm.
Lycia's break is a 4. Bubbles is a 6.
I got a 4. Can you see it?
Yeah.
So plus the 2, 6.
You got a 4, Des?
Yes, and then plus the 2 initiative, so 6.
You need to break the paladin.
Okay.
And then what was yours, Elliot's?
8.
What was your break?
What'd you get?
11.
My break was 6.
All right. So who goes first?
Bjorn.
Okay.
On 11.
You're first.
Breaking the wall. Punching
Okay.
the wall.
What's your strength?
25.
Holy shit. Okay.
Break that motherfucker down.
Roll to hit this wall.
Glasses would help.
I can't see it.
I can't see that in disarray, you guys.
That's not helping. You see it now?
13?
Yep. Plus 7, that's 20. Oh, plus the gloves. So
Where'd Madam
20.
Disarray go?
23.
Well, 23 on the wall is going to hit. Roll damage.
So Now, when I'm using the way of the one, I got to say way of the one.
You got to say the skill that you're using.
Punch, strike.
Okay. All right. I'll allow that. So you punch it.
It's a D10 plus 7. No, plus 14. So that's
24,
29.
29.
Yeah.
You fucking break the shit out of this wall. The stones go stumbling out. It's open to the night sky, and you can see grass out there in the road that you think you might have came in on, but you don't know. Yeah, you knock it down.
The whole thing?
Yeah, there's a huge hole there that you could walk through.
Okay. Guys, way out. By the way, his accent's
I did that
Okay.
earlier.
no, his accent's gone. Guys, way out.
Give me one.
So where are we at on initiatives?
And he
that would
steps
take us down
outside.
to Gallius on an 8.
Huh?
Take us down to Gallius on an 8.
All right, so you gonna step out
Just outside the wall.
like that?
Because he's not leaving them alone. What?
So Malik's not there, is he?
Probably not.
The fucking setup.
Of course it isn't.
Yeah, I had a flashback to an 80s movie.
Yeah,
So-
it made me think of that one movie.
Go ahead, Gallius.
Yeah. one with
Leave.
blonde-
Wanted?
No, this girl, and she's got like ice white blonde hair.
And then-
Huh?
and then-
Yeah.
Or
She's an assassin.
Oh, I've still got 2 attacks. Guess what? Is that space open from where he's at down those booths? Could he throw something to the middle of the room?
Oh, you mean from here over the top of the booths?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's pillars in the way, but see,
How open? Could he get something between the pillars?
so
Yeah, like that.
yeah,
Okay. So 2 smoke bombs to the middle of the room.
all right.
Put your hand in the tray. I can't see it.
Yeah. Where is it?
It's right there. It's on the edge over there. I can't see it. I think it says either 13 or 15.
Put your hand back and we can see it. You keep moving your hand.
It's on the edge.
It's a 16. It
Hold
looks
on.
like.
I can't see it.
I can't either.
I got you. I'll get
16.
16.
Okay. Yeah. Boom.
Smoke everywhere.
Smoke appears right there.
Get the fuck out of Dodge, man.
You want to throw another one? You have 2 attacks.
Could I get one to the south of that? Southeast of that?
Yeah. Little 20.
Did I get a missile attack on there?
Yeah.
So that would be 15. So that would be 19.
Something like that.
No, I meant to go that way. Not so that they're going through the smoke. It's closer to the paladins.
Well,
You know what?
Well,
Actually, there wouldn't be so bad either.
yeah, that'd be a throw. You could do that.
Okay.
But doing it here,
No, because that would be in the first place. The first place you had it wasn't a bad spot.
right there.
No, the where you first had the circle on there. Because then they're still in shadow, so
Right.
So that's perfect.
Okay.
Because they can't see him in there.
All right. Whose initiative is it now?
That'll go down to Gallius on an 8.
You guys will not be able to see it, but you're able to hear the gas exploding, unless you have sight. There it is.
He's gonna head for. I mean, where he knew the doorway now, or the hole in the wall now should be.
What is your initiative?
Now, I mean, shit. 8 was it 8? 8?
8.
I thought she. Yeah,
Um,
I thought she said it was next, so I don't know.
Mr. Gallius is next?
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry. You're going to head to the doorway?
Yeah.
All right. You go
Um,
out?
Yeah, you go out and kind of start setting up a trap at the doorway,
Okay. You can do that.
like a smoke bomb and like one of those death poison pills or two, you know?
Okay. It'll take you, so the way traps are is there's a small, medium, large, and extra large. They all take more time to build, and you have to have
Okay.
materials to build them. You can build a small trap with that though, easily.
I figured they'd be rushing through, so if they're, gonna just
That'll
trip
take,
it and
take a
Long enough time for us to get out?
action to do so.
uh-huh.
And where are you gonna set it?
Yeah, I was just gonna kind of put it so it's across almost like a tripwire across the bottom of the hole that we just stepped out of.
Okay.
And then telepathy everybody to watch out for the trap jumping out.
Do you tell them where it's at, or you just say watch
Yeah.
out?
Yeah, I'll send like a mental image. Watch out for this.
Who's next?
That'll go down to. Fuck, did you or Iris went on that break? I'm Seraphina. I'm so sorry. Would you roll on that break?
Seraphina didn't break.
Yeah, she had to break. Oh, I guess you didn't. She had to break with Iris
Oh, I didn't know.
on 7. My bad. I guess I didn't tell you. So I don't know.
You didn't.
Sorry.
She goes out. That's what she does. So
Yeah, 4 on the break.
No, Seraphina.
Same.
What did the Paladins get on their break? You didn't roll it. They had to break with leadership and sold.
yeah, I did. One was a 6, and one was a 4, I think.
Scold was a 6. Religion was a 4. So the Paladins got a 6 too.
Yeah.
Seraphina go.
Yeah.
Now it's the Paladins and Scold simultaneous.
Well, what do you do?
I'm gonna head out the door.
Okay.
It's time to go.
All right. Who's next?
Alicia?
Paladins you don't see them.
Or no, the Paladins.
You don't see them
And then Alicia.
because of all the smoke. She'll go out,
Mm.
and then you.
Yep.
Okay. All right. You guys all make it outside. You guys are in a city. It's a bustling city, but you're on the outskirts of this city. You're not deep inside of it. I don't know if you remember how you got in here or not, but I gave you some clues
The smell of alcohol.
as you came in. The smell of alcohol happened right before this. So you look around, and there's a road that comes like this, and it goes in front of here, which is where you were dropped off, and then that road turns and goes this way. This road is the way you came in, and as you guys come out and look at it, it goes out this way, and then it'll turn like this, and you know that the gate is probably right there where you guys were stopped. So you're not far from the gate.
There's a big bump too.
There's a big bump, yeah. But you're all on the outside. You do not see the wagon.
Yeah, he's not there. I already see.
You can hear the paladins behind you. Like you can hear them getting arms out, and they're definitely not going to not pursue. You think that they are going to pursue you. So
That's good.
this is
Okay, yeah.
you guys are. You going to go back the way you came?
Towards the gate.
Yeah.
I think that's what we should do is go towards
Yeah.
the gate.
So the only way we really know.
All right.
But not back around the front of the building.
So you guys are going to hide in shadows and move silently, or are you going to just walk as normal priests on the road?
Well, they already know they're looking for free physical so
We should rip the robes off and get rid of our disguises.
You don't have equipment on it.
Nope, we don't.
You know what?
And the cloak inside out is it a different color?
No, it's white on the inside and the outside. Anyway, what do you guys do? You know this is
Take
a
off.
on a time constraint, so you just immediately start walking this direction, or
Yeah.
you guys gonna sprint out, or are you gonna hide in shadows and look sneaky, or are you gonna try to just walk out normal? What are you gonna do?
I mean, we don't have anything to sneak in. We have white robes over white robes. So, I mean,
We will stand out if we sneak.
So you
Especially
just
me.
start walking down the road as quickly as you can, kind of high stepping it, or
Oh, is there any people? Is there any?
so
that's how I can't.
there are people all over. As you guys come walking towards the gates, you can see a bunch of marketplaces on the wall, up against the wall on the inside of the wall to your right. To the left, you can see what looks like farm animals and horses. It looks to be some kind of stables of some sort. And then there's the gate. At the gate, there's guards that you see there. Those guards look different than the ones you just encountered. Those guards look like Danitarium or Dan people.
I would like to use the unseen one skill
Okay.
if it'll work in the situation.
All right.
The character with the skill can hide and move through a crowd without being seen by blending in right beside.
So it'll be a way for you to move right out through the gate. Yeah, that might get you.
I was gonna say, I was gonna go
That's
unseen
it.
as well.
Yeah, I took that one as well.
We all took it. Nice. Same.
Awesome! I
So-
love you guys.
All of you guys get to the gate and go to use that skill. Let's make your rolls. Because the other two have as well.
Yes.
Yes.
I
Sorry.
Oh.
Suba.
Three?
Forgot to turn my
Yes.
hand. I got a 13.
Shit. The next check, right?
I got 4.
Made it.
what we need to roll a 20 for this one.
Yes.
We all make it.
Yes.
Is there a cloak of any kind, like maybe hanging on a wagon that nobody's looking at, or anything like that?
Right to your right, before you guys go out the gate, before you attempt to go out the gate, I said there were stalls there. One of those stalls has a big fur cloak or something that's on the very edge of its stall, hanging up on a metal pole that's in the ground that's part of their tent, that's sitting and hanging on it.
Is there anybody watching?
So you look over there and you see a guy that's off to the side, and he's got what looks like some sort of cloth, black cloth in front of him. Sitting on the other side of him, you see another Dan, and he's standing there. They're sitting there looking at each other, doing something with
Too risky. She's
but they look at you and then look away back to whatever they're doing. It could be possible.
there's
But
two.
we don't know.
It's not going to do any good if they're all still
We'd all have to get one.
wearing.
All right, so you guys can slip out of the gates without being noticed if you guys make those rolls.
Take the robe off once they get out. Everybody.
So even if you take the robe off, you're still going to be in a white outfit.
As you say, we're all white after underneath.
And when you look around as you come outside the gate, there's a big line, and you guys can walk down that line until you decide not to. Out of the city.
We all make it.
Yeah, y'all made it. So you make it out of the city. That road that's coming out of the gate, You know, you think it's the road you came in on, but you don't know.
I'll smell for that smell. I smelled on to try to figure out which direction to go.
So it seems like you're going in the right direction. You catch a scent of that smell that seems to be in front of you.
Keep stepping it.
You guys are able to make it to the end of that line, which is probably 300 yards or so away, and then the road is ahead of you guys.
There are forests
Can
here.
I?
And there's forest on both sides of the road here. Probably
Can I?
10 feet of road and grass that are on each left and right side, with trees all around you and forest. You seem to have made it out of that situation. You can hear in the distance dogs barking, and you
Can-
also hear movement of some sort. Up, you know, it's up by the gate. They're screaming and yelling. You can't make it out. It's so far away from
They're gonna smell
you. But you
I
think,
have cover tracks. I was gonna try to use that.
you think that they're probably still going to try to pursue you in that direction. So
They're gonna smell us, you guys. We need to do something.
Can I try to cover tracks as we're going?
So covering tracks, you can cover your tracks and it can't be tracked. You can attempt to do that. But you would know that
They're gonna.
the best way to do that is to, like, well, I don't know if you would know. I guess in your training, you would have learned that an individual could go in a spiral from that point and find where your tracks are picked back up unless you continue to cover your tracks for a long way. And it takes time. So that will move your guys' movement rate down to about half if you're doing that, if you're covering your tracks.
No. Let's run.
Is there mud?
Serafina starts to vibrate.
Should go into the forest, you guys, and then down the road in the forest.
Oh shit, yeah.
Maybe we'll come across some water or something. We need to cover our smell. Those dogs are going to smell us.
Whatever we gotta do, we need to just move. So let's head in that direction. Which direction do we think we need to move?
All right. So you
Can
guys,
we observe anything? Do we see any water or anything around us?
Anything to get out the smell.
no. All you see right now is just forest to your left and right in a road. I think it's the one you came in on. When you look at it, as you guys start to get to it, you realize that there is a moon up in the sky in front of you before you guys go in underneath the forest. And
That's the direction that we came from.
so you think that's the direction you came from.
Go that direction.
Move it as fast as we can.
You were looking out the back of the wagon. So you guys are you gonna move on the road or are you gonna move in the forest itself?
Forest.
Into the forest, yeah.
You're muted.
Of course, I mute myself when I'm saying things. Nothing changes. If we're moving in the forest, even with the moon out, you're still gonna have more dark spots, more shadows. So I vote. That's my vote.
Forest.
Okay, left or right side, or do you split up?
Stay together.
Alicia would mention that Eris smells.
Oh, Eris does smell.
Much as I
Rub
hate,
mud on yourself.
much as I
She
hate,
says to her.
much as I hate to, I can carry her a long way.
Yeah, but
Yes.
that'll leave my scent trailing a lot farther. You're right. I need to cover my smell.
What if we fly?
She like holds her finger up like this. She's like, okay, that should cover it.
Right. I don't know what she did, but down on all fours.
So Serafina, is the fastest of all of you all.
Who's the slowest?
Um,
That's what we really know.
probably the big guy.
Well, if I'm running, I can do probably 2 steps for every normal person. I'm still slow.
The giants, half giants don't move any differently, so you're 12, and it's whatever your dex is really.
21.
So yeah, you're actually pretty fast.
Everybody move. So, as all that's going on,
Keep moving.
she doesn't stop moving.
So who has the lowest dex?
Not me.
I have a 20.
My dexterity's 18.
I have a 24, so
But you fly,
So you can double your movement.
so you can move it.
36. You move 36 in the air. So are you flying? I take it. Okay,
Yes.
I'll tell Gallius. Or Gallius, your wings and horns come back when you get out of that city.
all right. Yeah,
But they're inside the thing, so you're gonna have to rip it or do something.
yeah. Just rip the robe off and just hold it in my hand, I guess, so I don't leave any evidence.
All right, your wings are still inside the tunic. You're gonna have to cut the backside of the tunic to let the wings out.
I'll help him. with
Somebody
that
cut
one.
me, please.
Oh God. I was gonna cut you.
That's so much faster than everybody else. She could do the cover track and still catch up, probably.
So it moves, makes your movement half. She's still faster than everybody.
Yeah.
It's like
So 720.
72 minus 36.
That's about what we all. That's pretty close.
Yeah.
We all move up in the 30.
So
I can carry up to 535 pounds. I don't know if what that does with flying.
You could carry somebody.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. I may be able to carry somebody.
Both of us grab an arm on the big guy and carry him along.
There you go.
There we go. I'm flying. I have 4 sets of wings.
Gallius, how much you weigh? Or how much you carry?
But my strength's only like 16, man, so only like 160.
14.
So both of you combined couldn't carry me.
14. Carry 20.
Yeah, he's way too heavy.
I weigh 760.
That's a
He's a big boy. So she covers your tracks as you're going. You're gonna keep doing it. Okay. So how long are you gonna do it for?
We'll just do it as we go.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
All right. You make it that far. You guys are in the woods. It's shady and shadowy in here.
shadows, man. Keep going.
You guys hit the shadows and keep going.
Yeah.
Are we seeing, like, observing?
We
as
find
we
our way
go?
back or find a wagon.
Are you moving silently?
Yes.
Okay. So you guys are just creeping through the forest, along through the forest, and she's covering your tracks behind you guys.
I can move for
But you guys can only move at half movement rate while moving silently, hiding in shadows, of course. I know some of you have other skills that can do more than that, but you're moving at a normal rate, actually a pretty good rate, pretty good clip. You can hear horses and see torches down the road because you're off the road, but you can still see down the road. And there seems to be somebody coming down that road. You're going to go deeper into the forest, or you want to just keep moving along, hiding in shadows and staying close to the road?
I see. We keep going.
Going to come up next to Gallius and say,
Can you contact him in your head like you do us? The guy that's supposed to get us?
Malik?
No,
No, telepathy, Malik.
Malik, come
No, he's telepathy. He's saying Malik. You know, telepathy. We're trying to reach out to Malik.
All right, you're gonna try to reach out to Malik.
Yeah. Mission complete.
It doesn't connect. Yeah, you can't feel him. You don't know where he's at. This telepathy doesn't seem to be working.
Yep.
I mean, where do you use that from?
The stone that I found in a box in the chest.
Yeah, the syndicate stone.
Uh-huh.
Okay, because you have it out of your. Yeah. Okay. Hold on.
Might not want to get him.
It feels like it connects, but you don't get a response. How about that?
Keep going. Fuck.
Yeah, let them know that there's no response, but it did feel like it connected to the message at least went through. But I'm sure we have to get ourselves out of danger before the mission's over.
He wants us to take care of it. We have to prove ourselves.
I mean, I don't know.
We need to move faster.
Does he want me to take the flight and let him see a devil's wings and think a devil did it?
Alicia would say no. We don't want to get you captured.
Keep moving, guys.
I think
That was
we should-
sarcasm, not an offer, but thank you.
I think we should go deeper into the woods.
I agree.
We are dressed in white.
I agree.
I roll any mud?
We can.
I- Ooh, look at
I
you.
start getting
I fell down in the mud.
go a little bit farther in the woods and it seems to get a little bit damper. And actually, there's mud.
Yeah,
You could
cover
put mud on.
Yep.
You cannot see the road from here.
We see the moon.
You can't see the moon because the canopy's too thick. It comes through in certain spots here and there. As you guys all get yourselves covered in mud, you see a light in the distance, and you look, and it's where the road would be, that direction. You see horses with torches and bright white light coming off of men or women on horseback, like flashlights all around. And they're hauling ass, moving in the same direction you guys were going.
Deep into the forest.
So they don't seem to see you in that direction.
And we've covered ourselves in mud, so they probably won't get us.
You do see what looks like movement over on the road as the horsemen are leaving. There's just a little bit of torchlight trailing behind them, light trailing behind them. And you see what looks like an individual with a bow leaning down on the ground, looking at the ground over where you guys were.
Keep moving, guys. Distracting us. Let's go. Going.
Yep.
So you can keep going deeper into the woods, just in that same direction that you started going to go deeper? Or are you going to go deeper and then turn back towards the direction that you think the road goes in?
We should turn back. Because we just covered ourselves in mud, which is going to negate our smell, so we should go a different direction. Right?
Yeah, we're gonna try to just follow the road and keeping this distance and kind of go at an angle, so we're a little bit deeper into the woods as we're trying to cut through and follow the road.
Yeah, I like that. Let's do that.
Okay. What do you think, Skull? Is that a good plan?
Disappeared.
Oh, love that.
Oh, just evaporated into smoke.
That was a yeah. She did the sign language. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. You guys head diagonally into the woods. As I said, it starts to get wetter and muddier, and you guys eventually are at the edge of what looks like a swampy region.
Swampy region down.
So you can continue to go up, or in the direction that you assume the road is going in, or you can continue to go deeper into the swamp. Your diagonal has to stop though, because if you don't, you'll go directly into the swamp. If you start to head up, or what would be considered north, as you start to go up, the swamp's there too, and you got to cut back the way you came towards the road.
Okay.
Walking along the edge of this swamp, if that's what you want to do.
What do you guys think?
Yeah, I mean, we gotta get back. We gotta get where we're going one way or another.
All right.
You guys go along the edge of the swamp and head in that direction. After a little while, it starts turning into what looks like dead trees up towards that direction. But the swamp's starting to dry up, and as you move along, you can tell there's been some sort of fire here in this area. It takes you a little bit to get through it, probably 15 minutes or so of travel, and you finally make it through the area that seems to have burned, and you get back into normal evergreen looking trees. But when you're out in the area where those trees are burned, to the direction that you are heading and slightly to your left at a diagonal, you can see these huge mountains, and you recognize them.
Stop.
But you're
Right.
going to have to go through this forest to get to them, or go back to the road, which you think is to your right, but you don't know for sure right
I don't think we should go back to the road yet.
Well, let's just keep heading through this wonderful nature.
Out of these burnt trees, can I find something I can use as a club?
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
Big club.
You can get a big old club made out of one of the tree trunks. Yeah, for sure.
Good.
You can make a big club.
I just have this feeling like he's gonna say we fucked up, you guys. She had to say traveling. We got caught. We fucked up. I don't think we passed.
I don't see you in chains.
Well, the target's dead. That's a pretty good win for a first try, I suppose. But
He's not gonna look at it like that. We fucking got caught.
Well, I
yeah,
would
the
say-
guy had super hearing. I don't know what you want me to do. He was 200 feet away and behind a door.
She's just gonna keep going.
You guys keep traveling in that direction, just the direction that you think is through the forest towards the mountains. You guys travel for a little ways, and the ground in front of you starts to move upward, like it's going onto a hill of some sort. You guys want to go around it, left or right, or go up it?
She'll take a second to cover their tracks again.
Go ahead.
Yes. 1,300.
Around the hill or up it, you guys?
We can go around. Unless you want to be able to get more of an advantage if we get to the top of it and stay low.
If we go up,
What do you think, Scott?
you stand up.
What do we see around here?
There are burnt trees probably a couple 100 yards behind you. You see all evergreen trees all around you, but you see a hill. The ground itself starts to go up in front of you, and you can't see up at the top of it because of all the trees, but it's like a small hill or mountain or something. You don't know. It's just a raise in the topography. I asked, do you guys want to go to your left around it, or to your right around it, or do you want to try to go up it?
Is there any trees on the hill at all? Like, is
Yeah.
it still secure? Like, covered by the
You don't-
shadow?
You don't see any area like that, but like I said, you can't see at the top because all the trees. I mean, the top may be clear of trees you don't know, but you'll know before you get there. So, you want to head up it or around it, you guys?
I'm gonna say we can go. We're going slowly or slower. Might as well go up it. If we see there's clear at the top, then we can make a decision, go right or left.
With you. So
As long as we stay in the shadow.
The more noticeable he's going to be if it's clear up there.
that's true.
There you go.
What's happening?
The big guy is going to be real noticeable if we go up there on a mountain and it's clear, or on a hill and it's clear.
Well, yeah, and that's what I'm saying. If we were going up there and it is clear, we're gonna have to make a deviation anyways.
Okay.
Or we can make the decision that he acts like he gets down on all four and pretends to be an animal while we cross.
There's that. So you guys go up it. It eventually turns into a trail that goes up. Off to your left and right, this hill, whatever it is, starts getting steeper on the two sides, to your left and right. And the hill starts to get taller as you guys go up this walkway. Eventually, it comes to an area that you can see part of the top of this hill is clear. And there's some sort of mausoleum or some sort of structure that's located at the top of it.
All right, all right.
Can any of us tell what it is?
You have 240-foot smell.
No. I don't know if she does though.
You smell well, I don't know. I don't think you've ever like it's like a cemetery. That's what you smell.
Rotting bodies. She smelled that.
Not fresh. Not fresh.
I'll say it smells like a cemetery.
A lot of dirt.
Does it smell like our cemetery?
No.
You don't know. You're not even at the gates yet. No. So, you gonna keep going up there? Or do you want to turn around?
I like cemeteries.
I have a crazy idea if we get up there. I'm not doing it now, but yeah. I'm gonna say keep going.
Worst case, we walk around and cover our tracks and come back.
So, the last time that you covered your tracks was before you went up this mountain, this hill.
Okay.
Maybe we should go back down that real trap as we go. Make them think we went that way. Can we hear them? Turn on and look. See any light? Hear anything?
Mm-mm. Then you guys like practically jump out of your pants by hearing an owl that hoots about 5 trees from you guys.
Zip a circle around everybody.
It's just an owl. Alicia says, it's just an owl. Worry about it.
You know what an owl is, right?
So we can't just sit here, guys. We need to keep moving.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Which way?
Which way?
He just points.
Which way?
Man,
Those mountains.
The what?
The mountain.
if we go up, like keep going the way we're going, and Seraphina zips back down, kind of makes trails a different way, comes back, covers it up while going back up to the top.
Then they'll think you went another direction.
Yes.
Okay.
But she's gonna have the one to do it because she can move faster.
Worst case, if can't go this way, we make it look like it was a place we stopped and camped if they followed us this far, and then continue
Yeah.
the tracks.
That will
Or we-
require you go off by herself a little bit, and it also he's pointing towards the mountains. He says, which are you guys can see the mountains through the trees, and you've gone up. You're not. You have to go back down on the other side to get towards the mountains. You're not sure how steep, but it's steep here on the left and right. Like I told you, it starts to get steeper. You're not sure if there's another way off this mountain, this peak without flying, or you'll have to go up and look.
I mean, I'm all for going up and looking.
Yep,
'Cause-
that's what I wanted to do.
If we also get up there and, like Gallius had said,
Look,
we get
for
up
all we know,
there.
the Mausoleum's a secret entrance, and that's where we're supposed to go.
Yep. Or we can have our two people that are most charismatic while other people hide in the shadows. If people come up, oh, a lover's tryst in a weirdly weird place.
I like
Con their way
cemetery.
out of it. Weird shit happens. You're also a devil. You'd be part of this.
That's a good idea.
So let's then keep moving.
We're heading east, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
Well, you don't know. You don't know.
Moon came up over that way, right? That's east.
Do you have any proficiencies that tell you that? Or I guess you could know that. You don't know. You were above ground. Oh, yeah. Yeah, you know that's east.
We went west, so
So you guys continue up the hill. As you get up to the top, it opens up a little bit, and you can see there's some stone buildings up here. There's 3 up there. And you can see that there's a fence around the place, and there's also headstones and what look like graves located in this area. As you guys are up at the top of this hill, just getting ready to go into the clearing area of it, in the sky, you guys will notice what look like hippogriffs flying. You can see men on them shining light down into the forest. It doesn't seem to be any direction that you guys have come from currently. But as you scan across the sky from where you're at, you can see others in different other locations looking through the forest. They don't seem to know where you're at.
Oh, cool, neither do we.
Cover tracks again.
They're not going to stop looking for us. You guys need to
Yeah.
make a decision.
Cover tracks again.
What's the decision? We're trying to what decision? We're trying to make it back to home, but we don't know where home is. If there's a yes/no answer, I'd love to hear it.
The mountains.
Hey, are you going to go down to the bottom and then strip cover tracks coming up, or are you going to go down the bottom and make a trail and back? Cover track and cover track going to the mountain. You would have heard her.
Yeah. And then
Is that what you want to do?
the other girl tried not to send me up by myself.
You did.
let me guard you.
Just from here.
So
Just
you-
where they're at.
So you're just going to from the bottom of the hill back to here, or just right in front
Behind us.
of you?
Yeah.
There are tracks going from there to the bottom of the hill.
She'll look at everybody How far back can you guys see me?
About 120 feet. About 120 feet.
We should go back.
From there to the bottom of the hill,
That fish.
your tracks.
This is not-
You come back from that and you racetrack. Okay. Well,
I did. It's there. So I'll let my camera on it.
So that vision, that 120 feet, she can see in temperatures. So she'll watch her. She's hot, right? She can see your feet.
mhm.
She would love to guys, I just realized as I'm watching Serafina, I can see the heat coming off her body, and I'm not the only one who can see like that, which means the heat off of our bodies probably be.
I assume you said something about heat and being able to be seen by heat. I don't. All I heard was heat and feet.
You're talking real low.
Sorry. Heat. We can see by our heat. If I can see Serafina from here with heat, then we can be seen.
Well, if they have that ability, they wouldn't be using a lot of flashlights.
Yes, that's true.
I'm sure some of them do, but
So just watch Serafina. That's what we're talking about what we're gonna do.
All right, she makes it back. She's covered 120 feet behind you, about, I don't know, a quarter of the way down the hill.
So what do we think, guys? We can go towards the mountains. We can go back down the hill in a different direction. We can head towards.
Are
keep
these
going towards the mountains.
for sure like gold star people? Or are we just becoming paranoid?
You assume because they're using lights.
Yeah, they're searching. So I mean, if they're not, they're at least people that are trying to protect the city and say, "Hey, we don't let people murder in our city."
I was gonna say
Yep.
from above ground, but is it normal for whatever those things are to be flying around? The lights in the sky?
Yeah, those are stars.
No.
No, people do not generally fly around on animals
No.
with lights in the forest. No, it's not. Unless they're playing tag. I don't know.
Mountains, graveyard, back down the hill. Those are our
Well, you
options.
can't get to the mountains from here. You got to go back down the hill to get to the mountains.
But
When
back
you
down
get
the
up,
hill.
Take a nap in the graveyard and call it good.
you see the structures, the mausoleums, and things like that. You realize that it's a sheer drop off on all these sides, except for the side that you guys came.
I'm willing to jump.
You have wings.
We can either hang out in the graveyard and hide, or go back down the hill.
You said you go in the graveyard and hide, right?
Yeah.
I thought you said it sounded like you said lay in the graveyard and die, and I was like, well, I mean, it's a good place. I guess you don't have to go very far after that.
Oh no.
You're already there.
Let's do it. Let's go in the mausoleum.
What we're supposed to do. We gotta keep moving. Come on.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know these people. These are the type of folks to stop looking. If going into the mausoleum and sleeping for the night is going to be enough to do anything with. So
Well, we have the advantage of the darkness right now, so we should use it to get as far as we can.
exactly. Even if we have to go back down and around because we can't make it over these.
Let's go back down and around. That's my thing.
Okay. That's
What are you
what
gonna?
Second.
Here says, whatever you guys want to do. I mean, let's just do it. Let's just get the fuck out of here. I don't want to be here.
Great.
All right, you guys head back down the mountain, back down the hill, and you get to the bottom of it. Want to go to the right or the left around it?
Which way's back towards the way we assume was the road?
if you turn left, that'll be going back towards the road. If you turn right, go around the hill to the right.
Is that-
That's closer towards the mountains, of course.
I'm gonna run back and cover our tracks.
Right.
She's gonna zip up and cover. Yep.
She'll watch her as far as she can.
She eventually you can't see her, but
She'll continue.
okay.
Yes. I see it.
So you're fast, but you probably need at least three or four, probably four to cover.
4 rolls.
Yeah.
What was it? 16. 2. And another 9. 4. I made 4 rolls.
Okay, you get them all covered. You guys go around the hill towards the mountains and enter back into the forest and start going through the forest again.
She said, fuck that mausoleum and graveyard.
It gets dark and grows a little bit cloudy, and the temperature drops just a little bit. And those of you that aren't frost giant kin are probably getting a little chilly. You know,
Micro. It'll
you
cover
guys
more
are
of it.
you guys are hungry. You know you feel a little wore out. You've been traveling nonstop ever since it happened after the adrenaline of it.
So how long have you been traveling from the city of
So
about how far have you traveled?
probably 3.5, 4 months.
We're not even close to where we came from.
You guys traveled 2 hours to get here. Anyway, you are tired and you have chosen that direction. That's where I'm going to stop this episode.
You would.
Yeah,
You would.
it's
Mhm.
not a huge cliffhanger this time.
Yeah. Huge cliffhangers are fun.
Really. Really.
We moved away from the cliff.
Took it away from the cliffhanger. Da-da. So yeah. Anyway, we'll end the episode. What fucking technical difficulties and all that
For
shit.
real.
It's
Sorry about
crazy.
the guys.
Dun, dun, dun.
Anyway, that was fun. You guys actually killed him, which is good. So we'll see what happens. You guys make it back if you make it back.
Next time, let me break his neck. There's no blood.
But until next time, we are Original GM, and we will see you next week.